Hey up! So, Saturday, 25th of February. Took a day off yesterday, well fed, ate a load of carbs. Today is going to be full body, but the emphasis is on squats, so I'm only going to record the squats. If the squats go well, that's it, that's all I'm really concerned with. Okay, done a bit of warm up already. I'm actually going to take a 5-minute rest period between each set, so I'm definitely going to, there can be no excuses really, so everything that I can do to get some good squats in, I'm doing. So I think I'm going to, the strategy is going to be, I believe, the strategy is going to be, I'm going to warm up to 100 kilos, then I'm going to strip back down to 90 kilos. Okay, so the 90 kilos will be the work sets, and that'll be a 5 kilo increase on last time, which is a substantial increase, obviously. Obviously, it's all because the squat is very, very low at this moment in time. And it's simply a case of if you don't practice it, it goes away. I'm hoping that it will recover as fast as it went away. But you know, the reality is that this is a very different game that I'm playing to what I used to play. This is doing it in my senior years. So when I produce my best squats, my best powerlifting, my best bodybuilding, everything, obviously, you know, and this applies to just about everybody. It was when I was much younger. But no, the point, I'm not crying about it, making excuses. You know, the game now is to see what happens when you're older. Simple as that. So and in many ways, it's a more necessary activity. So when you're young, your health is basically a free gift. Obviously, it's a very positive thing to train and to exercise when you're young, and it does contribute to your health when you're older, no doubt about it. But even so, you've still got to train when you're old. You've got to exercise when you're old. And I'm going to say that it's more vital, more necessary to train when you're old than it is when you're young. Because now we're entering the phase, you know, when, you know, I'm looking at 60, I'm 58 at the moment, just gone 58. So, you know, I'm looking into my 60s and beyond, and obviously there are no guarantees anymore. You know, Bruce Lee, game of death. You know, laugh about it, but you know, it's a serious endeavour. Okay, so I've done a few warm-ups. I'll do just quickly do a few more bodyweight things. Every rep down to the bucket. I don't know if you can see the bucket, but I don't sit on it. It won't bear my weight, but just touch it. Okay. So all of these sets I'm doing with Olympic shoes. So the powerlifting shoes, let's say, powerlifting shoes. Knee wraps. No, not knee wraps. Sorry, knee sleeves. Yeah, and a belt. Put it on hole number 5, so I vary between hole 5 and 6. So hole 5 is basically when I've been well fed. Hole 6 is when I'm not being well fed. Okay, let's get a couple of reps. So probably going to go 60, 80, 100. And then strip it back down to 90. And do the work sets with 90. I just want to feel 100 out of curiosity. Stretch it out at the bottom. 60, so let's go 80. We've got any tens? Tens would be nice. Put them on the kettlebell. Okay, fives. Perhaps I'll go 60, 70, 80. So 70. You know, I'm doing a single. Prolonged single, but it's only a single. Okay, 70 for a single. $80. Around 90. A couple of 15s. Yeah, I'm not even sure about this, but I think the first time I did 100 kilos on a squat, I'll be about 19, I think. Yeah, I remember a big. So I started training when I went to university. So I think I was about 18 when I went to university. Started training, and it was all, I didn't have a clue what to do really. Just tremendous enthusiasm, but no clue as to what to do. So most of it was on the old Universal machine. I remember that's where I kicked off. That seemed to be the sort of like the less, I was doing, me and I think, I was doing it on my own. And eventually I buddied up with somebody, and neither of us knew what we were doing. Now the obvious, easy, simple place to start was the machine work, which we did. And I did that for a few months. I remember taking great delight in maxing out the bench press stack on the Universal machine. Yeah? Probably a total waste of time thinking about it. I was pretty much a beginner. I had no business doing 1 rep maxes. But, yeah, that's the often, I think back in those days especially, there was no information really, no internet. I wasn't about to pay for it. No real information as to how to proceed, so make it up as you go along. So it took me several months before I even touched a squat. I remember squatting, I think with, I don't know, 50 kilos or so for quite a while, thinking, Jesus, this is so hard. But eventually, and I also remember I sort of like, violent well, yeah. I mean, really bad soreness and muscle pains, and you know, really, it knocked me back to squat. Even with those light weights. Main problem being, I believe, is I just wasn't eating for it. I should have been eating, but I wasn't. But yeah, I remember one day doing, so got into sort of like doing maxes. And I remember doing 100. That was a milestone, doing 100. Okay, so it's in 90, get a single. Should do anyway. Yep. That's going to be the working weight, soon enough. I'm going to do a single with 100. I mean, even I'm finding it hard to believe at this point in time. Even I'm finding it hard to believe, and I did it, that I used to do reps with 200 kilos. Proper reps, competition style reps with 200 kilos. Unbelievable now, thinking about it. I could never imagine that I would have gone down to these puny weights. But that's the reality. If you don't train, if you don't do the moves, they do go away. I think the squat it's not complex, but there is a complexity to it. A raw beginner would find it quite difficult to coordinate a squat. So there is a level of coordination, a level of mind muscle, a level of neural involvement, which quickly goes away. But I can't believe it's saying low battery. I'll have to get that sorted out. Yeah, let's get a rep. $100 for one rep. The bar is loaded. Come on now, let's get serious. 100 kilos for one rep. Plus it begins. That's a good line in the sand, let's say. Okay. Wonderful one. Whew. Okay, I'm going to strip back down to 90 now. So these are going to be sets of 5, hopefully, all being well. So, 3 sets of 5 with this, and it's another incredible victory, I suppose. I say it's another mindset. There's one mindset when you're 18. There's another mindset when you're in your peak, and you're in your 30s and 40s. I'll say probably about 35 to 40 is a peak year for powerlifting. And I think then there's another mindset that probably going to come with each decade. So 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80 if you're allowed it. Let's say, who knows what 70 to 80 looks like. You know, I don't think it's ridiculous to think in terms of on your 70th birthday putting 100 kilos on the bar and getting a single. I don't think that's ridiculous, but it's going to be a case of let's see when we get there. Yeah, I stay positive. Bit of carb, got last remnants of the carb up. I realise it's all, you know, junk food, poison really, you know, yeah it is, poisonous junk food, you know, sweets, candy, but the poison in the dose. So, after the session, back to the keto. It can be very low calorie. Essentially, just getting your protein in, and not much else. So that repairs the damage of the carb up over the weekend. I say damage, I just mean weight gain. Not that you get weight gain, but it prevents a weight gain if you carry on. If you carried on eating in the same mode, in other words, freely eating carbohydrates, no doubt about it, you get blubber. So, 5 reps on this, 90 kilos, for a 5 kilo increase. No excuses, got all the gear on, belt, knee sleeves, had a day off yesterday, 5-minute rest period, eating carbs, now, doing everything to max it out. What I can go for. I suppose the only way beyond this would be to wear a squat suit and knee wraps. I had an experience with a squat suit, pretty horrible I thought. Felt like your blood was being pressured out of your eyes. Horrible. Not worth it in my opinion. Too fake. Your numbers are reliant on the squat suit. I mean with a belt, yeah, but it's consistent. You know, anybody who wears a belt, they're going to get pretty much the same. It's pretty much going to be the same belt. Whereas the squat suits are vary so much. When I tried it, it didn't impress me. All my competition lifts I did classic belt only. Okay, 5 reps. Come on, 5 now. This is a serious one. That's 5. Okay, good. Yeah. So obviously, you know, objectively, 90 kilos for 5 reps. It's nothing. It's beginnerish. But also objectively, it was a 5 kilo increase on the last time. So that is a good step forward. Now I predict that it's not going to be many sessions before I cannot put an extra 5 kilos on the bar. You know, especially without gaining lots of body weight. I think it's a good strategy for a young lifter setting out. Just eat. Just put a load of weight on the squat and eat. And that's a great strategy. You've got all the time in the world. Yeah. Health-wise, you're young. It's not going to hurt you in the grand scheme of things. But it's not what I'm going to do. You know, I don't want my weight to go up. My body weight, my total body weight. Now the body composition, I think that could improve. So less fat and more muscle. You know, yeah. Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. But I think it's possible at this stage in the game. I think it's possible. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on putting 5 kilos on until I can't. Simple as that. Then we'll see where it goes from there. Eventually, it's going to be a case of putting 2.5 kilos on it, and then it's going to be a case of using the tiny plates, and then it's going to be a case of ever more complex programming. So heavy, medium, light, that sort of thing. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Not there yet. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, 90 for 5. So whatever happens now, I'm going to count it as a win. As long as the first set goes up, to me, that is the most important thing. That demonstrates improvement. Oh, possibly I could have got 90 for 5 last week, who knows. But simple reality is that I put an extra 5 kilos on last week, and I put an extra 5 kilos on this week. And next week I'll put another 5 kilos on. So it'll be 95 for 5, hopefully. Whew. See if we can get another 5. So record these 3 sets of squats, then I'll do the rest on my own. Hopefully basking in the knowledge that my squat went up. And I won't feel so bad. As soon as I get to 100 for 3 sets of 5, I think I'll feel a little less awful about my squat. But until then, squatting is on my mind as a priority. Come on then, another set of 5. Let's do it. Ain't no jokers. Yep. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so that's 5. Another 5 to go. I crushed it for today. Yeah. So I did 100 for a single, 90 for 2 sets of 5, hopefully 3 sets of 5 coming up. Yeah. I'll be alright. So what's the thing about this game? You're never satisfied, you're never happy with what you do, but you sure as hell can be sad or disappointed with what you do. There's human greed. Not greed, it's desire, wanting. I think especially as you get older, the psychology of it all is, you know, wanting to believe that you are not going down. I suppose none of that applies when you're young. When you're young, you don't think in such terms. You don't think in terms of, I'm getting worse than I used to be. Because there is no used to be when you're young. That doesn't exist. Used to be, what I used to be, what I was, is a concept that only comes to life when you're older, when you've been there. Yeah, so I suppose the performance is, you know, the happiness of it is to think, okay, I'm not declining as much as I used to, I'm not declining at a fast rate, let's say. That's not as good as it gets. I'm not declining at a fast rate. I mean, even that sounds sad. That's as good as it gets. Okay, let's have another set of 5. Then I'll turn the camera off. Another 50 seconds, I'll turn the camera off after, well, another 50 seconds, do my set, turn the camera off. So, set of 5, and everything will be in order. 3 sets of 5, everything will be in order as regards to squatting. And the rest I'm not so anxious about at this precise moment in time. Okay, let's do it. 5. Done and dusted for another week. 3 sets of 5. Good. Woo. Good stuff. Okay. This is a bloated, carb-filled body. I don't know if you can see a difference, but I feel so much fuller. So that's it. Hopefully a lot of glycogen stored up from yesterday. It's either, trouble with this in the shed, it's either too bright or too dark. Hard to get a good shot. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.